Hey guys, and welcome back. Today's short flow is a full body stretch. You don't need anything else but some space on the floor and a mat if you have one. And whenever you're ready, join me in Tadasana at the front of your mats. Today we're going to begin with a toe stretch. So you're just going to move the weight over to the left side of the body and slowly lift your right foot up and just plant the toes upside down on the mat so that you're stretching through the front of the foot. You should be able to feel this in your toes, all the way up, maybe up to your ankle, and just slowly let the weight travel into that leg. Don't put too much through, just do it as much as you're comfortable with, and keep breathing. Take one last breath all the way in. Exhale completely, and then slowly release. Shake that foot off, and then we're going to do the other side. So taking the body weight over to the right side this time, lift the left leg, plant the left toes down with the sole of the foot facing up, and just let the weight go through that leg gently so that you're increasing the stretch through the toes and up, maybe into the ankle if you want to, across the front side of the foot. And again, just keep breathing, relax into it. Take one last deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then slowly release. Shake it out, roll it out, do whatever you need to do, and then just come back to Tadasana, feet hip distance apart. We're going to inhale as we lift the left hand up all the way to the ceiling. Let's start again. Get that fluff off the bottom of my foot. We're going to begin today's practice with a short toe. We're going to begin with a short toe. We're going to begin with a toe stretch today. So you're just going to move your body weight over to the left side of your body. We're going to begin with a toe stretch today. So just gently move your weight over to the left side of the body. Lift the right foot off the ground and then turn with the sole of the foot facing up, plant the toes down. So you're planting the top side of the foot, but on the toes only on the mat. So you should now be able to feel as you gently put some weight through that leg, you should begin to feel a stretch through your toes. And then just gently start to move more and more weight over that side so that you can feel the stretch all the way up through the foot, maybe even as high as your ankle. And just take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then release. Shake the foot out and we'll do the other side. So now move the weight over to the right side of the body. Lift the left leg. Plant the toes down with the sole of the foot facing up and begin to add that weight, feeling that stretch all the way through the toes, the front side of the foot, maybe in towards the ankle as well. Just take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then slowly lift that foot off, shake it out, walk it out if you want to, and then just come back to Tadasana. So we're going to inhale as we lift the right hand all the way up to the ceiling, and then exhale as you reach over to the left, stretching out that rib cage. Inhale back to center, switching over the arms. Exhale as you reach over to the right now with the left hand. Inhale back to center. We're just going to do this 2 more times each side. Really opening up the side of that rib cage, lifting through the spine out of the pelvis, creating length in the spine. Moving with your own breath in your own time. And then slowly come back to Tadasana, release the hands. Take the hands behind you, clasp them, interlace the fingers, clasp them behind your back, and pull the hands down towards your bum, towards the ground. And then find length in your body as you exhale. Fold forwards all the way over into a forward fold and pull the hands back up behind you, reaching up towards the ceiling. Holding on tightly to that clasp. Just take a nice deep breath all the way in. Really feel that stretch across the shoulders. As you exhale, see if you can fold deeper and lift higher with those hands. Last time, inhale, find length. Exhale, fold deeper. And then inhale as you release and come all the way back up to the top and shake it off. Inhale as you lift the hands up above the head again. Exhale as you fold down into Uttanasana, forward fold. Take a nice deep breath in. Find length in your spine and then exhale, fold deeper into that fold. Plant the hands on the floor and then slowly walk the feet all the way to the back of the mat and find down facing dog. Really press through the hands, open up the shoulders, push the crown of the head towards the floor, push the heels towards the floor and push the sit bones high towards the ceiling. Open up the backs of those calves and those hamstrings. And then on the next inhale, you're going to lift the left leg up high towards the sky. And then as you swing it through, you're going to plant it through between your hands, drop the back knee to the floor and come into a deep lunge. So before, while we had the knee to the floor, we were kind of in a more active lunge. This time you're going to really sink into that hip flexor on the right side, roll the shoulders back and down, eye gaze forwards, and just take a moment to feel that stretch. Increase it every time you exhale if you can. And then as we inhale, we're going to straighten the front leg, flex the toes back towards us, find lengthen the spine, and then exhale to fold over that front leg. So in half splits, the hips should be stacked vertically above the knee, and you should be reaching with your nose towards your toes. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. And then inhale as you come forwards back into that lunge. Take the foot out slightly wider and take the left hand on the inside of the foot and find a lizard lunge this time. So really sink into the front of that hip on your left leg and push the knee out to the side if you want to. So really get into that stretch. See if you can bring your shoulder down below your knee and reach forwards with your chest so that you really increase that stretch in the hip. Take a nice deep breath. And then slowly as you inhale, come back up into that lunge. You might want to just shuffle the foot in slightly more, bring the knee back in line with the ankle stacked vertically. And we're going to take the hands off, leading with our left hands. We're going to windmill the hands back, finding a twisted low lunge. Take the eye gaze back behind you. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale, we'll mill the arms back over. We're going to twist the toes. So come up onto the back leg, twist the foot and plant it flat on the floor with the toes pointing to the long edge of the mat. And then do the same with the front foot so that we're finding our wide-legged forward fold stance. So your stance is nice and wide, both toes are at the long edge of the mat, and we'll just reset. So we'll inhale to find our length, coming all the way back up to standing in this wide stance. Place the hands on the hip. Exhale as you fold forwards into wide-legged forward fold. Plant the hands on the floor, push into the floor and pull the crown of the head towards the floor. Take a nice deep breath in, pressing through all four corners of the feet. You should feel this in your inner thighs, in your hamstrings. And then inhale as you come all the way back up. Heel toe the feet in just slightly. Exhale, sit back into goddess squat. Take a nice deep breath in. Really sit the weight back in your heels. And then we're going to take the left shoulder to the right knee as we push against the left leg. So exhale, take that shoulder over, push against that left leg, open up that left hip. Inhale to lift, and then we'll do the same the other side. So right shoulder, right knee as you exhale, push against that right leg. Inhale, come back up, lift all the way up to standing. And we'll do the other side, so twist back round to the front of your mat, plant the hands back down, come into that lunge pose, and then step back to down facing dog. Take a nice deep breath, pedal out the feet, open up the shoulders, push that head towards the floor. And then on the next inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up high towards the sky this time. Swing it through, find that lunge stance. So drop the back knee to the floor, we're in a deep lunge. Pull the shoulders through, pull the chest through, back and down. Eye gaze forwards. And really sink into that back leg so that you open up that hip flexor. Take a nice deep breath. And just think about opening up, letting gravity do the work. On the next inhale, we're going to straighten the front leg, flex the toes back towards us, find length in the spine, and then as we exhale, we're going to fold that body over, reaching our nose towards our toes, keeping that hip stacked vertically above the knee. You're in half splits. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, fold deeper over that leg if you can. And then inhale as you come forward. So we're going to find that lizard lunge again. So right hand goes on the inside of the right foot. You might just want to wiggle the foot out slightly. Let the knee go out to the side. Keep these toes grounded on the floor. And just sink into that hip area. You should now feel this as well as in the hip flexor. You should feel this in the front hip as well. Take a little breath here, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. If you want to bounce, wiggle around, do whatever you need to find more mobility and flexibility in that hip joint. And then slowly come back up into your lunge. So you might just want to take your foot in just slightly. We're going to lift and windmill the arms back, leading with our right arm this time. So we inhale, finding a twisted lunge, taking the eye gaze back and over the right arm, over the right fingers. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale completely. And then we're going to come into that wide-legged forward fold again. So windmill the arms back over. Come back up into lunge, twist the feet towards the long edge of the mat. Find that wide-legged stance. Inhale to come up and reset. Exhale as you fold forwards, bringing the crown of the head towards the floor. Pushing those sit bones high. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then inhale as we come all the way up, heel toe the feet just slightly in towards each other. Exhale, sit down into that goddess squat. Push those knees out to the side, sit back into those heels, and we're going to take the left shoulder to the right knee, pressing against the left leg, straightening that arm. Inhale to lift, exhale, right shoulder, left knee. Press against that leg, open up that hip, straighten that arm. Inhale, come back up. Reach high to the sky as you straighten the legs, step the legs together, and then we'll slowly come back down to seated as we exhale. We're going to come into a bridge pose, so come all the way down to seated and then come onto your backs. Keeping the feet just below your bum, flat on the floor, we're going to inhale to lift our hips off the floor and then shuffle our shoulders underneath. Take your hands, clasp them, and then pull them down towards the floor and reach towards your heels. Really lift those hips up high. Pull those hands away from the back and away from the shoulders. Reach for those heels. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. One last breath all the way in. Exhale completely, and then just lower the body, release the hands, lower the body all the way to the floor. Shuffle yourself around so that your back's flat on the floor, and then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees drop out to the side, so we're in reclined cobbler's pose. And if you want to, you can just place the hands on the thighs and just help the knees out to the side. Take 5 deep breaths here as we come towards the end of our practice. Let it all soak in. Last deep breath all the way in. And then slowly let the feet come out in front of you all the way to the floor. And if you want to take a mini Savasana, feel free to stay here for as long as you need to.